Hey, welcome back. Today's a big one. One of the most important days in your entire 40-day journey. Why? Because if you learn how to hear God's voice, it'll change everything. You just read about how God doesn't only speak through a booming voice from the sky, but more often through your spirit, through peace, or through that little check that says something's off. So today I want to dig a little deeper into what that really means, because I don't want you to miss this. And the only way not to miss it is to start practicing it. So let's start here. God's voice is spirit to spirit. That means it's deeper than just emotion or logic. Now, don't get me wrong. God can work through our thoughts and our feelings, but they're not the starting place. Here's the difference. Emotions rise and fall fast. Excitement can be based on circumstances, and fear can be triggered by assumptions. But God's voice, it carries that peace, that spiritual warmth that settles deep, even when things on the outside are uncertain. And the opposite is true. Everything can seem like it lines up perfectly, but you get that check, that yuck in your spirit that says, pause, please. So how do you know it's God? Well, here's the test. When you ask God for direction and quiet yourself, do you feel a settled peace like, yeah, this feels right? Or do you have a yuck in your spirit? Like, something about this isn't sitting well. That's what the Bible means in Proverbs 20:27 when it says the spirit of man is in the candle of the Lord. That gut check is one of the ways that he leads you. So how do you practice hearing? You got to train yourself. This is spiritual muscle memory. And the more you practice, the sharper you get. Start with some relatively minor decisions, but ones that still hold some weight. Quitting your job and starting a business from scratch, or loading up the family and moving across the country are both pretty major life decisions. But what about buying a car? Do you go new or used? Do you trust somebody on Facebook Marketplace, or do you go to a dealer? Some other great ones might be, what church should you pick? Maybe you've got 2 job offers. Which one should you take? Or should we rent another year or start house hunting? Should I take on that home renovation right now, or should I wait? Is this someone that I could confide in with things that I think are private, or should I go on a date with another person? And sometimes the tough decisions are the ones that look good on paper, but not necessarily in the spirit. Should I commit to this new Bible study group or protect my evenings? Am I called to join this ministry team, or is this a distraction right now? Should we give sacrificially to that mission, or should we save for a family need? The better you get at all of this, the more you'll practice it. And here's my suggestion. Don't just save it for the majors. You can ask God about anything. Lord, should I go out with friends tonight? Should I work out tonight, or should I wake up earlier in the morning? Is now a good time to reach out to that person? And you'll find that much of the time, you won't have peace or a check in your spirit on any of these things, but you're still giving God the opportunity to talk to you, and you're making it a habit to talk to him. Don't let this become weird or paralyzing. This isn't about being, spooky or afraid to take a step. It's about building a relationship where you invite God into your decision-making process consistently. Ask, be still, listen, look for peace or the pause. So here's what I want you to remember today. God is always speaking. The question is, are we still enough to hear him? Don't wait for a megaphone moment. Start tuning into that peace or that pause, and with time, you'll know his voice like you know your Father's. Have a great day, and keep walking in the Spirit 24/7.